And joining me now is founder of Ergo, Pete DiSpirito, and one of his interns that designed the Restore the Shore t-shirts, Derek Koch. Now, can you guys explain what Ergo is and how you guys became to be involved in it?
Ergo Clothing is a lifestyle clothing brand with roots in surf and skate. And Derek was my intern, who's also a student here at Rowan. He was my summer intern, and that's how I got to know him.
Yeah, I got involved with Ergo and Pete last year. I actually happened to find out about an internship job that Pete was looking for the summer, and a friend of my mother's actually referred me to the job, and I thought, well, I'm a graphic designer, maybe that'll be a good idea for me. So I whipped up a resume, sent it on over to Pete, and he told me to come on by, and I guess he liked what he saw, so he welcomed me aboard, and all last summer I did what I could, helped him out over at Ergo, designing, doing whatever he really needed me to do. So it was a real great experience, and that's how I got on board with Pete and Ergo.
He actually started as an intern, and then he moved into a paid position within a month.
Yeah.
He was outstanding.
It's a new record.
Yeah, he was good, and I really needed his help, so he got on board, and here we are today, still.
Were either of you affected personally by Hurricane Sandy?
I personally wasn't affected by Sandy. Ergo lost some product at the dock in Elizabeth, but other than that, I wasn't personally affected in my house or family or anything like that.
I wasn't personally affected either. Luckily, my house, we're in a position where there's not really much destruction going on except a couple trees fell down or something like that. Although our town, Bricktown, is on the water, luckily my neighborhood wasn't. But Pete and I both know a bunch of people who've had, their lives turned upside down, whether it just be water got in their first level of their house or they lost their house completely. And Pete and I both saw firsthand destruction. We were lucky enough to have a helicopter ride take us up like 2 days after the storm, and we got to see everything firsthand, everything from Belmar to Seaside and everything in between, Maniloking. And even though we don't actually live in those places, it's pretty much like our home. We spend all the time, if we're not at our house, we're usually down there. So it is almost like our home being destroyed. So that was in itself enough to, really hit home. So
when did you guys initially come up with the idea of making the Restore the Shore t-shirts to fundraise to make the shore better?
I started the idea. I ended up staying here for the storm here at Rowan because I figured no point in going back home. It's going to be worse there anyway. And I was just fiddling around in my room. Like, the storm hit on a Monday or Tuesday. I think it was that Wednesday night or something. I was just like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was sitting there with my roommate, and we were just hanging out. And I was like, oh, why don't I make like a t-shirt design? That'd be cool. Maybe I can, if it's cool enough and people want them, I'll sell like 50 of them out of a box. Give any proceeds to whoever, hand cash over to people, whatever it has to be done. And I posted it on Facebook, and literally like within minutes after I posted it, like everyone loved it. And then like I went to bed like no thing. And I woke up and it just grew exponentially. I had like hundreds of shares, like thousands of likes. People were like going nuts over it. Everyone's like freaking out, My phone was blowing up. Like I couldn't even like control it, And after stuff got like spiraled out of hand, I figured, I wasn't gonna be able to do this myself, I thought maybe, all right, maybe I'll handle it by myself, but no shot. So that's when I thought, oh, Pete, like Ergo's like a clothing company. They have plenty of resources. All the distribution, resources and everything like that, and I hit him up, and he was like, for sure. Yeah,
Derek hit me up, and I was actually in Hawaii at the time when the storm hit, but I was on the first flight back into JFK, and we basically woke up to 40,000 likes or something like that, and I was like, all right, get to the office, get down here, or up here, and we'll make this happen. So he showed up with his friend Travis Labar, who's like kind of the co-founder of the whole thing, with Derek, and we worked till midnight that night, and we were able to get the shirts up live online like 11:30 p.m. and the orders just poured in. I think we did 10,000 orders in the first couple days or something like that.
I mean, he had his phone linked to like the website, whatever. Whenever you get an order, and like his phone like broke, you like turn it off or something.
Yeah, we had to turn off all the notifications, but right at the same time, John Rose from Waves hit us up through my buddy Sam Hammer, and they wanted to use our warehouse as a distribution center for relief supplies, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Come on, show up. So they showed up, and we've distributed over $5 million worth of relief supplies so far. We've raised a ton of money. We have 36 rebuilds going on right now, partnered with Home Depot. There's just a lot of really great stuff going on around our whole campaign that basically started with Derek's Design, who's a student here at Rowan.
That's awesome. Were you guys expecting such a large initial response?
No, not at all. Like I said earlier, like my initial plan was to sell like 50 of them out of a T-shirt, like out of a box, like sell these T-shirts out of a box, like out of the trunk of my car or something like that, and like take the cash and
Turned into $5 million.
yeah, something crazy.
The first night before we said let's go live, there was 4 of us there. We all voted like how many T-shirts are we going to sell by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and one person was like 25.
25
Someone was like
T-shirts.
250, but I think it was like over 3,000.
It like
or something.
surpassed all of
yeah,
our
we just
guesses.
crushed all of our goals, and you know it's just been really humbling.
It's amazing. What are you
Yeah.
guys planning to do next with the program?
We're gonna keep it going. After Sandy relief is done, I want to, you know, as Derek goes through school, hopefully he can be a big part of it when he graduates. But we want to keep restore projects going and work with local communities and schools and art departments and have T-shirt design contests for any type of, you know, devastation, whether it's like someone's house burned down or a kid's terminally ill without health insurance. You know, you can get the school to rally around, have a design contest, sell those T-shirts, and give the money to whoever we design the shirt for, you know. So that's kind of down the line. We're still pretty deep in Sandy right now, but as it winds down, we'll start looking into getting that program going.
That's awesome. Now, you're a very talented, self-taught graphic designer. Where do you see your career going next?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure. Like I said, right now, hopefully I'll just chill with Ergo for a while. I have a great thing going on there. You know, I know I'm always welcome back there in the summer, so it's a good experience. You know, a lot of real cool guys, cool connections. So as of right now, you know, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and you know, if I can, you know, wherever I end up after school, I'll figure that out then. But as of right now, I'm just no real future plans. Just kind of keep doing what I'm doing.
And do you have any big future plans for your company?
Just keep it going, growing every
Just
day.
keep it going.
And you know, we've been around since 2005, so we're still here even through the rough economy, and we're still going forward. So yeah, big plans every day.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing
Thanks for
everything.
having us.
Yeah.